Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mabel's Downhome Sex Podcast. Okay, I imagine most of you think of me as some kind of a hick, but I have been around. I've been to about half of the states and one country, if you count Mexico, which I do. But most of you would never guess that I, Mabel McCoy, was once part of the legendary hippie scene. Oh yeah, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Back when digital meant with your finger. I learned a lot of truths about sex. Truths that also apply to life. For instance, if you find yourself on the outer circle of the orgy, it's time to go. You have peaked. And if you find yourself in the center of the orgy, be sure everyone knows your safe word. It's hard to stop things once they're in motion. People fantasize about orgies, but they're not all they're cracked up to be. Oh, here's a story. Kid walks into a blacksmith shop. Blacksmith puts the horseshoe in the fire, pulls it out, pounds it, and puts it back in. Kid stands there, he's watching. Blacksmith pulls the horseshoe back out, pounds it, stops to wipe his forehead. Kid reaches over, picks up the horseshoe, drops it real fast. Ah! Blacksmith says, "Burned you, huh?" Kid says, "No, just don't take me long to look at a horseshoe." Down-home humor. Now, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, orgies. So, usually, somebody wants to get it on with somebody, and somebody else doesn't. You try to get in with the hotties, and you avoid the creepies. It's just a bunch of randy people all in a pile. You see what happens. Easier if you're on drugs, of course. Because then it's just a bunch of sensations, right? And isn't that all the point of an orgy, after all, is overload? I mean, we're all curious about what it's like to get a little more than you can take. But be sure to go home afterwards, no matter how late it ends, because the next morning at breakfast could get awkward. You don't want to be making small talk with a couple of guys whose dicks you had in your mouth at the same time last night. Sometimes it gets to be too much. Like the first time I ever got my toes sucked. I was at this Renaissance fair, and there's this muddy guy in medieval rags on the side of the path, and he says, "Good day, my lady. I'm a mud beggar." And I'm like, okay. He says, "I'll suck all your toes for $1. That's 10 cents a toe." Are you kidding? My feet are filthy. $1, my lady, 10 toes. People are walking by, only $1? My feet were so dirty. It was a bad, dusty day. And I thought, oh, what the hell? So I pull out $1, and he takes it. And then he puts my right big toe in his mouth, and he starts sucking it. And I am losing it. Oh, my God, it is soft and wet, and his tongue is swirling around, and the dust on my feet is turning into mud, and oh, my God, and people are walking by and staring as this guy sucks my toes, all 10 of them right there on the path. Oh, God. Oh. He finishes my right foot and moves on to the left while I writhe around. It's foreplay in public. Finally, he puts down my foot, and I'm in love. I tipped him $20. Can I come back to see you? I said. Sorry, my lady, one per customer. Better than any orgy.